Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo March 2, 2023. Today's energies can be a little tricky in the social or romantic department, but potentially quite rewarding once you surmount minor problems. It will be especially important to avoid going over the top, particularly with what you're saying. At the same time, try not to put your faith in something promised. Communications today can be positive but perhaps exaggerated, leading to complications down the road. Try not to count on plans that appear to be too unrealistic, but do stretch your mind and entertain bigger ideas. The moon's move to the top of your solar chart later today stimulates a desire for more order and purpose in your life for the coming days. Imagine that you're in a slingshot and you're ready to soar forth from it. In a sense, with all of our planets in the heavens in direct motion, you are experiencing this sort of effect now. Grab your vision board or list of intentions and consider how you can seize the day to build toward all of them. Astrology is an ancient tool of guidance that allows us to work in tandem with the universe to create the lives that we desire. However, if you haven't turned your complete attention to the understanding of what it is that you want, then the universe will simply shrug and wait for you to decide. Nurture your professional reputation. As a social sign who is ruled by the planet of partnerships, you know better than anyone that maintaining your status is important. Now is the time to invest your time, energy, and emotions into your professional reputation while the moon is domicile in Cancer. The lunar energy will intuitively guide you toward the right opportunities and connections that will positively amplify your professional standing. A feminine figure that you are connected to may even be the key to your professional success and reputation. 2 days after the moon left your financial sector, your financial instincts are still sharp, and as information downloaded continues to make its way to the surface, there is a need to keep trusting your gut. While that will continue, the moon's return to your career sector today will favor the other side of the financial fence as it kicks off an empowering few days across the income, work, and career fronts. If you're thirsty when you read this, it means one of two things. Either you could use a lot more water in your daily diet, or you could stand to reduce your caffeine intake to 1 cup a day. The serious message here is, stay hydrated. Otherwise, if you're a little hot under the collar, it might make sense to spend some serious quality time goofing off. You may find yourself feeling more energetic than usual today. Not only this, but the possibility of adventure and new experiences is sure to pique your interest, as well. This day can do so much for you in the pursuit of your life path. The more you do, the better you'll feel. Seek out excitement in the world around you, and if you enjoy writing, be sure to record your feelings about it all. It is just as Venus and Jupiter, the planets of love and luck, begin an alignment in your relationship sector that will peak tomorrow, that the moon will return for a pivotal visit to your career sector. As well as a chance to become more emotionally and intuitively engaged professionally, this kicks off a pivotal few days across the income, work, and career fronts that are just a stepping stone to even bigger developments. Yet with this is a need to make time for your relationships. It is just before the moon wraps up its monthly visit to an adventurous part of your chart that it will align with Mercury and Saturn, just days before aligning and then leaving your romantic sector. As this is also the moon's last visit to an adventurous part of your chart before Mars leaves, there is something urgent about the spirit of romance and adventure that comes together today. Our eyes in the sky. The current placement of the moon in Gemini may be causing some disruptions to our sleep patterns. If you're finding it difficult to get a good night's rest, you might also be affected by an unbalanced aspect between the moon and Venus, which could leave you feeling even more fatigued in the morning. As the day progresses, you may notice a scattered or unfocused vibe, particularly during the first part of the day, when the moon and Mercury are in an off-kilter connection. This could lead to feelings of disorganization and confusion, making it harder to stay on top of your daily responsibilities. If you're struggling with this scattered energy, it's important to take a step back and reassess your priorities. Consider reassigning any tasks that can wait until another day, or breaking them down into smaller, more manageable chunks. By taking the time to regroup and prioritize, you can help ensure that you're making the most of your day, despite any astrological influences. As the sun rises, the moon in Gemini comes into a challenging square aspect with Neptune in Pisces, which can leave us feeling vulnerable and unfocused. This combination is a recipe for confusion, making it all too easy to fall for deceptive sales pitches or be talked into taking part in unfavorable deals. It's essential to be extra cautious during this time, especially when it comes to signing contracts or making any binding agreements. Double and triple check the fine print to avoid any hidden clauses or ambiguous wording that could cause problems down the line. It might even be wise to postpone negotiations entirely until you feel more confident and clear-headed. Instead, this transit is perfect for low-stakes discussions or speculation that don't require immediate decisions. Avoid making any major moves or commitments and focus on gathering information and assessing your options. By taking a step back and approaching things with a level head, you can minimize your risk and protect yourself from any potential harm. You will handle financial matters with your usual aplomb today and should consider different types of investments. A good idea can mean a successful future. Even if you are just looking for bargains, you'll be able to distinguish between good and bad offers. Take advantage of them before someone else does. As we move towards midday, the moon forms a harmonious trine aspect with Mercury in Aquarius, which can bring a sense of clarity and perspective to our situation. This newfound lucidity allows us to see through any attempts to deceive or manipulate us, and we can now identify those who have been acting in bad faith. However, instead of getting caught up in feelings of anger or betrayal, we choose to focus on moving forward and conserving our energy. We recognize that we have dodged a bullet and elect not to waste any more time dealing with negative influences or energy vampires. Through these experiences, we are also able to see who our true friends and allies are, and we can turn to them for support and guidance. Conversations with those in our support systems can be incredibly helpful during this time, as we share our feelings without becoming overly emotional and help others with their problems by offering sound advice. By remaining level-headed and focused on our goals, we can extricate ourselves from any sticky situations and move forward with renewed clarity and purpose.